Huge.
Yeah, I know we're going to get into this a little bit later. Break down these rookie quarterbacks that are out there. We talked about.
They're on fire.
We did. We talked about Justin Fields yesterday, and we got word today that Trevor Lawrence will start for the Jags. He is the 8th out of the last 10 number 1 picks that is going to start
In the opener.
Opener. So he gets that. Now, yesterday you talked about Matt Nagy not giving the keys to Justin Fields.
Uh-oh.
Now, I brought up the fact that I really love what I've been seeing out of Justin Fields, and I know he's playing preseason ball. But I'm just looking at him as a quarterback for a guy that's watched the NFL for 50 years, that I know what I like and I know what I see. I know I'm not a coach or a player, but I know what I watch. I would much rather have had the Lions pick Justin Fields with that number 1 pick than Penei Sewell. And I'm not discounting Penei Sewell. I think he's going to have a really good career. I'm not sure if he's going to be great, but I think he's going to have a good career. But I want to ask you, would you have rather had Penei Sewell now or Justin Fields now?
Justin Fields, it's not even close. I actually thought, all the work that I've done, I thought Justin Fields was better than Trevor Lawrence, to be honest. I had him high. I had him
you
as
are
the number
not
1
wrong,
pick.
my friend.
Yeah, I had him. It's similar to what happens at some schools that won't be named because it's positivity in here, is when you got a freshman quarterback in, man, and you know this is your guy. He's a 5-star. He's a 5-star. He's a stud. Put the keys to the program in his hands. Let him fail as a freshman. Bail him out with good players and the defense around him so that he has experience. He figures it out. Justin Fields has a great – let me take that back. The Chicago Bears have a really good defense. They got some really good skilled players. Give him the keys now so he can fail now. He can make mistakes now and jump in. Like, you know what Andy Dalton is capable of. If he can't have the success in the first couple games and you're not seeing what you need out of him, and he's going through that fresh – exactly. Like, if he's not – I'm talking about Justin Fields now. If he's not giving you what you need out of a starting quarterback, if you see that he needs more time, then bring Andy Dalton in. You drafted Justin Fields, who should have been the number 1 pick, for a reason. Use him. Play him.
And Braylon, that's exactly what I was saying yesterday. You have to start Justin Fields now. In fact, I do think he is the best quarterback. I'll reserve that. I think Trey Lance is going to end up being the best quarterback in this class.
Trevor Lawrence will be the best. He will be the best.
We could argue that all we want.
They're all going to be very good.
This
is like the 82 draft.
This draft class is as phenomenal a draft class
from the quarterback position
as I have seen since Eli, since Phillip Rivers, since Ben Roethlisberger, since
Excellent
that quarterback.
Call. Good call.
You know,
that's a good one.
That's how I feel about this
he
draft
came
class.
to play today.
Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and the fourth name is escaping me.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson from the Jets.
He's a stud.
They're all studs, I think. But if you're the Chicago Bears and you're Matt Nagy, Braylon, you're gonna probably start the year 0-3.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do at that point? Then you're gonna throw the kid in. You know, you're an 0-3 football team, and then it just goes all south. Let the kid in there and take his lumps.
The other thing about
I'd rather go 0-3 with the rookie quarterback than 0-3 with Andy frickin' Dalton.
The other thing about it is, one, you got the fan base up in arms because now the fan base is like, well, why the hell did we draft him if we're going to bring in Andy Dalton, who we've seen what he's done, and then Cincinnati. The other thing that could happen, not always, because these young guys, I think their minds they're sharper now for some reason. Like, all these guys hold themselves really well. Like you said, they're going to be great. But let's just say in this particular case, Justin Fields doesn't play the first 3 games. Now is he second-guessing his mental? Now is he thinking like, dang, I didn't beat out Andy Dalton. Now when I get in here, now they're 0-3. Now they throw him in there. Now he's like, oh, shoot, the pressure's on. I'm already behind the 8 ball by 3 games, and he puts too much pressure on himself. That really can work against the mental of Justin Fields.
You know, we talked about this yesterday, Maz, and then, of course, Urban Meyer goes out there today. That would be like if Urban Meyer came out and maybe not so similar because he's the number 1 overall pick, but if Urban Meyer comes out today and says we're starting with Gardner Minshew to start the season, I'd be like, bro,
chill out.
He went to Jacksonville for one reason.
Yeah.
And that was to get Trevor Lawrence and put him behind. But now we all talk about how much we like this Lions regime. We like Brad Holmes. We like Sheila Ford Hamp at the top. We like Dan Campbell. But I'm telling you right now, and I said it yesterday, they made a mistake. They made a bad mistake.
Everybody watching on YouTube, we really appreciate your support. Everybody listening on the Woodward Sports app, we love you. We
Keep it
appreciate
going.
your support. And, of course, on Twitter, wherever you are watching us, please continue to do so. Lots more of the show to come. This is Ermani and Edwards, Ryan Ermani, Braylon Edwards, along with Tom the Man Mazoué. Much more coming up next on the Bottom Line Woodward Sports Network.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.